YouTube, my name is Mesa Sean, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Alright folks, well, we've got two big things to go over in this video. We finally have a reveal for the new subclass system that's coming along with Stasis, and then also we have a preview of how the Warlock is going to work. Now the real question is it going to be overpowered? Is it going to be underwhelming? As Time Splitter was pointing out, could this be just expansion bait to get us excited? I don't know. I got to admit, after going over this numerous times before making this video, I have to say I am excited, and if it does indeed work out, I would love to see the Arc, Void, and Solar subclasses be changed to this new system because, guys, let's be frank, it's pretty boring right now. I do miss the customization from Destiny 1. There was just endless customization in Destiny 1 for your subclasses. If you enjoyed this video, a like rating is very much appreciated. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and if you really want to help the channel out and join an awesome Destiny 2 Mesa Army community over on Discord, click the link in the description or click join on screen to become a channel member. All right, let's do this, folks. We're going to go through the Shadebinder Stasis subclass for the Warlock and also the new system and how it all works. So, we have a staff now, you fellow Warlock mains out there. The staff sealed my hands in rhyme and the song resonated through my flesh. I was its instrument and it was mine. When we sang Be Still to the World, it would obey. The super is gonna be about priming, and priming. You're gonna wanna prime your targets and then destroy them. Winter's Wrath. Summon a powerful stasis staff whose projectiles instantly freeze their targets. Detonate the staff's crystal to send a shockwave of destruction towards your frozen foes, shattering them in the process. Now the big question is, well, what kind of damage is the detonation going to do? And it would not surprise me if some of the activities and raids within the new expansion Beyond Light and on Europa maybe are geared towards us using Stasis more often. I mean, playing the old raids and stuff like that, I can't see a full fire team all running Stasis, and obviously we need to learn more about the Titan, which we will on Thursday, and of course the Hunter, but we'll have to see how this pans out. So I don't see everyone running Stasis. I'll see a few people probably running Stasis and then some other DPS type of things. So we will get into the nitty-gritty of the whole subclass system and how it's changing in a second here. So let's talk about this. Keen Masters of Destruction, launching projectiles, freezing as many enemies as possible, and shattering them all in one fell swoop. The Shadebinder ensures no foe is left standing. So we have Winter's Wrath, that's the super. Shadebinders harness the power of the darkness to summon a stasis staff. Then we have the Shatter Shockwave. The Shadebinder detonates the crystal on their staff, creating a devastating shockwave that shatters all nearby frozen enemies. Does that mean red bars and yellow bars, or just red bars? Probably depends on your power level. These are the things that are going through my head right now, guys, okay? Then we have the Penumbral Blast. Fires stasis projectiles from their staff that explode on impact. Enemies hit by the crystalline shrapnel are immediately frozen solid. Now, Bungie does like to tease us, and they tease us that, you know what, I think the Hunter Stasis class might have Blink. And I hope they do, because I miss my good old blinking back from Destiny 1. But they say that Stasis is the domain of control, an elemental power that is less about outright aggression and more about careful control of enemy combatants in space. Sometimes even using the powers of Stasis in a defensive way. Now check this line out from Bungie. Hunters zipping by in the blink of an eye while slowing down opponents in stasis fields. My voice just cracked right there. That right there, hunters zipping by in the blink of an eye. You know what? Listen, man, every single sentence, every single word that Bungie puts out, they put there for a reason. Speculate in the comments section. Do you think this is a tease or it's just a play on words? I don't know. I would love to see Blink come back. You know what? Let me know in the comments. Do you want to see Blink come back? More from Bungie. No class embodies the concept of freezing better than the Warlock Shadebinder. Imbued by stasis energy, the Shadebinder can summon a stasis staff that fires projectiles that can freeze opponents, immediately rendering them immobile. The Shadebinder's Penumbral Blast melee attack is a quick burst of stasis energy that erupts from the staff and instantly freezes anyone it hits. That's going to be fun in PvP. From there, a Warlock can either deal with frozen foes or leave them be and move on to other immediate threats. If you're looking to combine freezing with destruction, look no further than the Shadebinder Super, Winter's Wrath. And we have 2 stages right here. So stage 1, the Shadebinder summons their stasis staff and fires projectiles that instantly freezes opponents. The second stage begins and the fight ends when the Guardian raises the staff, detonates its stasis crystal, and sends a devastating shatter shockwave that disintegrates nearby frozen opponents. And again, I'm assuming that's going to all depend on your power level, yellow bars, red bars, etc. So here's the new layout of the UI for the subclass, and we have some new things. We have fragments down on the bottom, and we have aspects over on the right-hand side. So we could see on the bottom left, you've got your intellect, discipline, strength, resilience, mobility, all that sort of stuff. Then we've got our abilities, and you can see the little check boxes here. And again, this could be just a work in progress, but you're going to have probably the 2 same rifts that you have, which is the empowering and then also the healing. Your different jumps, so 3 different jumps there. Then you've got your melee, and then it looks like you have your 3 different types of grenades that you can use. Let's dive into these aspects and also how they work in tandem with the fragments. So, aspects manifest as a physical item in the world, so we'll be finding these things, and they give 2 examples, such as a crystallized Vex Conflux or a robotic fallen arm, for example. When slotted in, aspects will offer players new abilities among other effects. These abilities can be mixed and matched freely by the player. Many aspects will have space for fragments to be slotted in. Fragments are also physical items you can discover in the world. When applied to aspects, offer additional passive perks such as stat bonuses that come with penalties. Now this is important here. Aspect upgrades are unique to each stasis subclass, but fragment slots are class agnostic, okay? How players combine these 2 different types of upgrades will lead to a range of customization options. So what they did show was the Frost Pulse here. So casting your Rift is going to generate a shockwave that will freeze nearby combatants. So that's a pretty cool feature. You just plop yourself right in the middle of a bunch of ads and cast your Rift and they're going to all freeze. We have a really cool example of one of the fragments, and remember, these are class agnostic, okay? So you could use these on your Hunter and your Titan as well. So we've got Whisper of the Bonds. Defeating frozen targets with weapons grants you super energy. So they have to be frozen, and if you kill them with weapons, you will get super energy. But you do take a hit on your intellect and also your discipline. Then Bungie gives us a nice example of how this works together. So a Warlock finds a Frost Pulse aspect in the world and they equip it. This aspect augments their Rift ability, which now freezes any enemies caught in the field. The Frost Pulse aspect also has a fragment slot available, allowing further customization. This Warlock decides to slot in the Whisper of Refraction fragment that replenishes some of their class ability energy upon shattering enemies. They now have set themselves up with a nice 1-2 punch. Again, priming. And if playfully skilled, can use this combo frequently. Because remember, you're getting your class ability back by freezing enemies and then killing them. With its focus on freezing and shattering, the Shadebinder subclass promises to give Guardians yet another reason to love their floaty, book-loving Warlocks. I know I'm a Warlock main, so I'm digging what I'm hearing so far, guys. But no matter what class you like, all players will be able to take advantage of aspects and fragments that unlock even more ways to make your Guardian yours. Now make sure you tune in to my channel on Thursday, because not only do I do the This Week at Bungie video, but we'll be getting a look at the Titan Behemoth, which means we'll be getting a full page of details and then also probably some video on how the Behemoth is going to work. That is going to do it for this video, guys. Leave me a good old hashtag made it to the end if you did make it to the end, and do me a favor, drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream, usually and always on YouTube, and that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.